Alright nerds, we're back. So by now you know how to write an equation, balance an equation, and we're now looking at how we control the rate of reaction. So there's that reaction happening. We're going to look at how we control how fast it happens, basically, or how slowly. Both are important. Alright, so we're going to look at, there's several different ways to do this. Today we're going to look at two: temperature and concentration. Alright, so what is the rate of reaction? Basically, it's the speed that particles, which molecules and atoms, interact, and by that we mean change around what they're doing. So this essentially comes down to something called collision theory. And the fact is that to control the rate of reaction, we are going to relate to collision theory. So what is it? Basically, reactions occur between reactants when they collide with enough energy. So they bang into each other hard enough, with enough energy. We call that the level of energy they need, we call the activation energy. So the more often these collisions occur, the faster the rate of reaction. Okay, so if they collide with insufficient energy, so they just don't have enough, lower than the activation energy, no reaction is going to occur. They're just going to go, and be fine. Not a drama. Okay, so concentration. Now, we do an experiment, we make an observation. As the concentration of two reactants in solution increases, when we talk about density gases, we can change that with the density of the gas. So density is how closely the particles are squished together. Concentration, remember, is how many atoms you have per litre of whatever is dissolved in, usually water. So as the concentration of two reactants increases, okay, the rate of reaction will increase, and it may eventually plateau, by the way. So here we see higher so time of reaction. So if we look over here, the lower concentration, it takes time to reach this point here, which is completion. So that's the amount of products made. Whereas here, it gets there much faster, and then it stops. So that's the amount of product made. Okay, so let's get our pen ready in case we need that. Alrighty, so the conclusion we can make. There are more particles to collide in higher concentrations, so the rate of reaction increases. It doesn't take as long for them to find each other and bump into each other. Temperature. Okay, we've got the same graph here. The lower temperature, it takes a longer time to reach completion. Alrighty, so generally, as our observation would be, as the temperature increases, the rate of reaction increases, and we'll test these in class. And the conclusion we can draw from that is that basically, as the temperature increases, they've got higher speed, which means they bump into each other more times every second. So more collisions per unit of time, and they hit with greater energy. So they're all over the activation energy. So they're zinging around the place, and the faster they go, the more likely they are to bang into each other. Alright, that's it for today, and we'll do some more tomorrow. We'll test those in class. Gold.